know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter.
It's week.
First of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Time for our first look at the Denver offense and, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
The Denver Broncos knew exactly what they wanted when they acquired Russell Wilson. They wanted to bring in a quarterback who was durable, consistent, and a proven winner to take a talented roster back to the postseason. And Russell Wilson, he was all those things in Seattle. One losing record in 10 seasons, missed only 3 games in that time, and made 9 Pro Bowls.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Pulled in at the 24. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Get a look at this Seahawk offense as they come out there. And the quarterback brought in as part of that big offseason trade. Now in his 4th NFL season, Drew Lock. They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a 1st-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball is completed.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field ready for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Ken Walker. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. In Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform, he went 104, 53-1 in the regular season, threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns, a Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks, and of course led them to victory over, ironically, the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to air one out, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They'll certainly be on the top. Let's go over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing now is Locke. Open man is Denzel Mims. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Defensively, Bruno Ford with a tackle there. On 2nd and 9, Wilson got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A great return there of 22 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He gets it complete to Jackson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Locke targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Now how about this?
And Nathaniel Hackett apparently disagrees with the ruling on the field. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
the middle they run. It's Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Block going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Myers' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So no problems at all in that one. And you know, virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They go play action now. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Throwing again here, Wilson. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Wilson. They shakes him off. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. McManus's point after is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it, but the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Throwing on first down is Locke.
Out of his hands quick to Jackson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
There's less than 10 players still active from the 2008 NFL Draft, and here's one of them picking up the first down. Deshaun Jackson's still got plenty of that speed. They had him 36 all-time in receiving prior to this season. There may not be a lot of playing time left for him, but every time he's out on the field, his presence will be felt.
Now a man who moved up the depth chart with the retirement of Chris Carson. Here's Rashad Penny.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Penny. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now to the air. Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A Locke finding Fan for the Seahawks first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
In motion left, the tight end. Locke now on third and goal. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And out now come the Seahawks. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And some room to roam now. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 71 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Locks throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
10 more there and another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Locke. And it's caught. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it.
they're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Walker trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
DK Metcalf.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So the Broncos coming out now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They don't want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
To try again after the sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw it is Locke. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Noah Fant, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him. And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. A lot of coaches, they want to run with full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. And coming out now, the Broncos.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I like that play call right after they've been sacked because they anticipated pressure again. And if you believe that, you know you've got to get the ball out of your hands quickly. That one was incomplete.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And now he's with a potential trouble.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. Now another timeout called for by the offense.
As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Again, Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Albert O, 44 yards. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Forced out to his left. It's complete. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to these start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season